Would you look at this thing? This is Super Mario Brothers Special. We're doing the thing. I'm going to play a game for an hour and just see what I think of the game at the end. We've been doing this for a little bit at this point. We've been doing it for a little bit. But now the game is Super Mario Brothers Special. And if you haven't seen this, if you don't know what it is, it's a version of Super Mario Brothers that was ported to the PC-88 by Hudson Soft. And you can tell Nintendo did not do this. I mean, Hudson Soft was generally pretty good. I don't know what happened here. I mean, they were working with a system that was not really capable of running Super Mario Brothers. So I guess they did what they could to put the game on the system. And this is it. So this is the attract mode that's playing. I haven't started playing yet. I've tried to make this a little bit better for myself. I've mapped the keyboard controls to a controller. So this is as best as I'm going to get it. I'm going to start the game now. Alright, 1 hour of this. So, the thing that you don't really get just by watching it is how badly the game controls. You can see how bad it looks, but you don't really quite get how bad everything feels. And it's not just like any normal bad game. Because I've played plenty of those. I've played plenty of games that control poorly, but it's just that we all know how Super Mario Brothers is supposed to control. It's not a mystery. We've all played it. So, it's not just that the game plays badly, it's that you know what it's supposed to play like, and you're not getting it. You're not getting it from this. I can't even make that jump. You know the jump you do, where you jump to the left and then back to the right? There we go. That one? It is so hard to do that. It is so difficult. I died. And I'm sure the first thing you noticed was that this game does not scroll. It has still images, still screens. Because I guess the PC-88 wasn't actually capable of doing that. See, I've never actually played a PC-88 game before. I know it was a type of personal computer in Japan. So not necessarily a game console, but rather a computer. I don't really know what kind of games it had. But maybe it just wasn't suited for console-style games? I can't get... There we go. Also, something to notice is that timer. That timer is so fast. Look how fast it is. Why is it that fast? Let's get up. See if I can... No! There's like a weird latency to everything that I do. But it's not consistent. It's like sometimes it speeds up and sometimes it slows down. Now, obviously I don't have a PC-88, so this is an emulator. How accurate is the emulator? I don't know. This is the only way I actually have to play this game. And I guess play it we have to. We did it. I don't know if the people who owned PC-88s in Japan at the time, but did not own Famicoms, were they appreciative of this game? Did they like it? Oh, I have to walk myself? Into the... Yes, into the pipe? There we go. Did they like it? I mean, clearly, if you were buying this, it was because you didn't actually have a Famicom. Ah. Ah. Oh, I can't go back. Oh, here, it's coming back. It can come back, but I cannot go back. I mean, you couldn't go back in the original NES game either, so I guess that's fine. What would you even call this color palette? I've never seen a color palette that looks like this. I mean, I've, you know, played EGA games and CGA games. They don't look quite like this. I don't... It's like, you know how it's supposed to move, and it doesn't move like that. I wonder if Nintendo thought Hudson did a good job. Did they think, well, it was the best you could do with what you had? I mean, it's an officially licensed product. You can see their name on the title screen. It says Hudson Soft and it says Nintendo. They put their name on it. My understanding, if we get far enough, is that if you're wondering why is this called special? What's special about this? Like, it has some bonus enemies from the original Mario Brothers in this. I don't know if we'll get far enough to actually see that. But, like, if you played the original Mario Brothers and there were, like, you know, like crabs and such, they're in this. I don't know where, but they're in this. Like, there's content that this game has that the original Super Mario Brothers did not have. Ugh. It's kind of nerve-wracking to actually try to jump on the Goomba. You have to get it right in the center. Oh. It's not going to scroll to the next screen while I'm standing on this. I do have to jump. See, it says right there on the title screen, 1985 Nintendo, 1986 Hudson Soft. forgot about that. I hit that before, and I forgot about it this time. I remembered it as I was jumping. So, do you have good memories of Super Mario Brothers? I do. It's like, even though obviously there were many sequels that advanced on the gameplay, I still do have good memories of Super Mario 1. I still think the game plays very well. And then there's this, which I don't know. Like, again, I'm just wondering what kind of games were on the PC-88 to try to have some understanding, some context behind what we're seeing here. It's like playing games on the PC at the time, you know, playing games on DOS. Something that you would remember is that DOS was not good at, like, smooth scrolling. So games that tried to mimic Nintendo's side-scrollers didn't perform as well. It's really not what the strength of the PC was until, you know, later on. When advancements in that sort of thing were made. It's generally not the kind of game you would have on the PC. And I'm just kind of wondering, maybe the PC-88 was much the same way? Maybe the sort of games you would have on that would be more along the lines of your visual novels, maybe? Your point-and-click adventures, possibly? You know, and, you know, maybe you didn't have your side-scroller platformers. Maybe it just was not appropriate hardware for the genre. I don't know. I'm just guessing because, again, like I said, I've never seen the PC-88. It's not a system that I've really have any experience with. Okay, we have to jump on this. We have to jump on it. Don't pause. Just jump on. Just gotta jump on that next one before I go down to the bottom. There were certainly unlicensed Mario clones on systems that did not have Mario. Like the most famous one being Great Gianna Sisters. Oh, there's a pipe in the underworld? Huh, okay. That's special. That's something special. That wasn't in the original game. Many pipes? Okay, we'll just go through this one. And okay, I'm up here in World 1 too. See, this is very special now. Special things are happening. We did it. Making... I like the one forlorn firework. A single firework. One solo work. I like how Mario blends into the background whenever there's, like, something behind him. Oh, man. There we go. Like this. Like, what is that? Why does he blend it? I know must be a limitation to the number of colors that can be shown. Oh no, really? Don't make me do this. Okay. It's terrifying when you do a jump at the edge of the screen and it shifts to the next screen while you're in the air and you don't know what's on the next screen. This is an extremely tense game. We're starting again. Mario has to save the princess. Princess Toadstool has been kidnapped by Bowser, the king of the Koopa, who has turned all the people into bricks. Mario has to save her. He's a plumber from Brooklyn, and he and his brother got pulled into this world. It's always funny when you look at the sort of Western Mario lore that existed before Mario 64 came out. Because they always emphasized the plumber bit. The bit about Italian plumbers from Brooklyn. It was very emphasized. Until Mario 64. Then the whole thing about him being a plumber from Brooklyn really didn't matter anymore. But, like, anytime before then, you saw any portrayal of Mario, like in the cartoons or in the movie, or just like anything outside of the games, they really emphasized it. And they loved pasta. Could not get enough of pasta. And you know, honestly, I kinda like the early Mario more. It's like if you watch the Mario cartoon, and like Mario talks like this. Luigi, that King Koopa took the princess. We gotta get her back in time for dinner. We're having lasagna. And like, you know, that's generally how I thought of Mario. Until Mario 64 came out, and then he became, it's me, Mario! Ha-ha! Wahoo! It's like, what? That's not my Mario. My Mario should be going like, yeah, wahoo! It's me! But, you know, Nintendo of Japan... Okay. Nintendo of Japan, they... Like, that whole Western Mario thing, like, that was never their idea. Like, they didn't have anything to do with that. So, once Mario 64 came out, that, like, the sort of the lore of Mario, the Western lore, I just want to jump on that, became replaced with the Japanese lore, the Japanese version of Mario. It became one, you know, it became worldwide. So we didn't have this version of Mario anymore. I gotta find my wrench and do the plumbing. You ever notice all the pipes in Mario? You know why there are pipes? Because he's a plumber. Didn't you ever realize that? That's why there are so many big pipes that they travel between. He's a plumber. And because of that, Mario and Luigi are the master of the pipes. That's why they're able to use the pipes to get around, and Bowser cannot. Ugh. But modern Mario doesn't really get emphasized. I do like the modern iteration of Luigi, just happening to come into ownership of many houses. He just happens to own many mansions. I don't know where Mario lives. Maybe he lives with the princess? In her castle, so he doesn't need a house? But Luigi owns a lot of them. There's a turtle walking back and forth up there. And when I jump up there, he's gonna just be there, isn't he? Okay, no, he's not. Oof. Just like the trajectory of his jumps are all wrong. They're all wrong. Like, I don't really have the vocabulary to describe it. But you know how the jump should feel. You know the arc of it. How it should feel. And this does not feel like it. It's hard to even say where he's going to land. Like, I can make a guess, and I don't really know if it's going to turn out that way. Luigi, we're in some weird dimension, where my body doesn't work the way it's supposed to. We need to get back to the princess in time for dinner. You know what was a character I used to like, but really don't like anymore? Is Toad. In Super Mario Bros. 2, Toad was the main character that I would use. Because he was like the fastest. He could pull up the vegetables the fastest. And he just seemed like he was able to get around faster. But in modern Mario, I really don't like Toad just because of how he sounds. Like, I really hate how he sounds. Why did they make him sound like that? It's like it's just like a weird screech when he opens his mouth. Okay. Feels like you have to put 100% into every movement and jump you make in this game. Like, everything requires so much effort. Ugh. See, what I'm wondering is, did the arc of Mario's movement, did that just require more processing power than the PC-88 could do? Because it's not just that the game is choppy, but the movement it's like just everything about the movement is wrong. Ugh. I do kind of wonder if were there fans of this? Like, if you didn't have a Famicom and this was the only version of the game that you could play, you wouldn't know what you were missing, right? Like, there had to have been someone somewhere who had a pretty good time with it and thought that they wanted to play Super Mario Brothers. It was the hot new thing. And here it is. They're playing it. And how would they know? How would they know? You know, I don't actually know what kind of input device the PC-88 had. This emulator only has keyboard inputs. I mentioned that I mapped the keyboard to my controller. But if you had an actual PC-88, I don't actually know what sort of device it had. Did it have a controller at all? Or was it just keyboard? Yeah, I could feel that was gonna happen. Thanks. I like how the screen, not only does it not scroll, but when you hit the edge of the screen, it just turns black for a second. Like a whole second. Just lets you think about it. Yeah. I would like to actually get to the point where we could see one of the special enemies. Like, we could see the Mario Brothers enemies. We have not seen any yet. They're around somewhere. Mm-mm-mm-mm. You know what this game feels like? It feels like Mario is wearing weighted training clothes. And then so when he gets serious and he takes the training clothes off, that's when you're actually playing the NES Super Mario Brothers. But before then, you're playing this one. He's wearing the clothes to make it more of a challenge for himself. Until Bowser thinks he's won, and then Mario just takes off the weighted overalls. Takes them off and, like, tosses them to the ground, and they land with a boom. And you realize that he's just been holding himself back the whole time. You see, this is what I call normal Mario. And this is what it means to go super. And this is to go even further beyond. So many fireworks. Ah, I felt that was coming. I felt it was coming. It feels like there's so much effort that has to be expended in every second of this game. Okay. Oh, it's so hard to do anything. It's so hard to do anything in this. Just why do you have to do this manually? Like, it's not a necessarily a bad thing, it's just a weird thing. Why is everything so weird? Okay. Isn't it a weird thing that this version of Super Mario Brothers has never appeared ever again? Like, if you look on the Switch, Super Mario Versus was released, the arcade version. No real reason to re-release that one, but it was. It was. But this one, isn't it weird? We've never seen this on anything. Okay. That really seemed like that was not going to make it. Huh. And up. Oh, surprised I landed on that. I'm kind of surprised that this game has blocks like that, because I thought the first time that that sort of thing was introduced was in Lost Levels. And then, you know, popularized in things like Kaizo. But I think this came out a little bit before Lost Levels. Also, I am also surprised because, considering how this game plays, how dare they put that kind of thing in this game? It's right here. And there it is. Man, the first part of this song, this part, that sounds so depressing now. It sounds almost mocking. You know, it really is not an exaggeration to say that Phillips' Zelda games play better than this. Like, those games are hampered by the controller. There's like a lack of buttons, but it does play a lot better than this. They do. There's more than one Zelda game. That firework really does capture my mood right now. I like how the speed of the platform changes on the when the screen changes. Like, it's faster on the first screen, then when you're actually on it on the second screen, it slows down. Boom. Oh, this is so tense. This is so tense. Okay, we finally made it here. I'm sure things will go smoothly. Oh. Oh. Ah. His jump is so fast. The parts where his sprite flickers so much that most of him doesn't actually appear on the screen is amazing. Alright, made it back. One more attempt at the castle before we hit the hour. Fuck you, Bowser! Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you! We did it. Finished World 1 of Super Mario Bros. Special. Of course, it's not just one world. It's 8 fun-filled worlds of Mario's lighthearted adventures in the Mushroom Kingdom as he attempts to save the princess, who is not in 7 of the castles. All this can be yours if you so choose. You can do it too. It's available. I mean, having access to an actual PC-88 is not likely, but I mean, you can download the emulator and try it for yourself. You could do that right now, honestly. There's nothing stopping you. So I think that is going to be our hour with Super Mario Bros. Special on the PC-88. It is baffling. It's a product that it seems like you would think this is a product that was like partially into production and then got canceled, and then like this prototype ROM came out, and you'd think that's what this is. Apparently this was a product that actually came out, that this is actually a thing that was sold, and this is not a prototype, this is a commercial product. And I can't figure that out, really. We're watching the attract mode, by the way. I have put the controller down. And I was thinking that, you know, maybe for these little tests, these hour tests of these games, like I was gonna have like a little thing that it would appear on the screen that would say whether I liked or didn't like the game or not. And if I didn't like the game, well, here's Eriko. Here's Eriko. She is alarmed at what she is seeing. I feel that probably Eriko's alarm is... This is what I have, but I feel like Eriko's look of alarm and disgust is not enough for Super Mario Bros. Special. It honestly would need more. It would need more than this. Eriko does not like what she sees, and I do not like what I have played. This has been Super Mario Bros. Special for the PC-88. I don't intend to ever play it again, but if you want to spend a few minutes with it, you know, it could be interesting just to feel it. Just to feel it for yourself.